Hey, blessed day, Grateful Gas family. Welcome into the Grateful Gas Sports Huddle. Y'all know what time it is. About to get directly into the daily verse before my co-host Matt and myself get into some crazy sports talk for today. Daily verse for the day of May 30th, 2024, derived from the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 15, and it states as follows. Jehovah God took the man and settled him in the Garden of Eden to cultivate it and to take care of it. Amen. And again, it's from the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 15. And this morning, ladies and gentlemen, for the Sports Huddle Rundown, we'll be going over NCAA baseball top 25, college softball playoff updates, Major League Baseball, Stanley Cup playoff updates, United Football League recap, NBA playoffs updates, WNBA, and NFL news. We're not going in that specific order. We're going to be kicking it off with some Major League Baseball topics this morning. And we're going to be speaking about Ronald Acunai Jr.'s injury and what this means for the Braves World Series chances. And then we'll continue the Sports Huddle Rundown as follows. So, this was my cousin Matt, question to me. And, well, to us, we both want to, go back and forth and speak about it. But, honestly with me, man, I told him this offline the other day, but, as soon as I seen Ronald Acunai, they said it's time for him to go. And if I'm not mistaken, the year we won a World Series back in, 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, he was injured too. You know what I mean? Yeah. He wasn't on the team. He was on the team, but he wasn't on the regular season to win enough games to make it to the playoffs to be eligible to pursue a World Series. Yes, I think so. Just because what he brings to the organization. Do I think we need him to win a World Series? No, because I've seen us win a World Series without him. And, I've seen I've read and seen the articles of how he felt about not being available to, be a part of the championship team. But, man, just not being available for the organization in itself is just, unacceptable. Again, I believe this is his third season-ending injury over his career. And, that's over half of his career he's been a Atlanta Brave. So, just truly, it's unfortunate. But I think we still have an opportunity to play good baseball and have an opportunity to win a World Series without Ronald Acunai Jr. That's my.
No, that's a very interesting take. I had to ask you about that because I know you follow baseball heavy, and when I woke up that morning, that's the first thing I saw. I was like, "Yeah."
Like this
like how? I'm like, "Yeah." How did this happen? Then I believe that this is second ACL injury, if I'm correct.
I believe so. Just sickening. Like, they be sliding too much. They want to steal all these bases, slide and all that. Hey man. Yeah, hey man. Keep him off the base, man. Give him a pinch runner, man. I know he's fast and all that, but we need to draft for faster people. Because we can't keep allowing him to hurt himself on the bags. I don't even know if it was from the bags, but that's what I presume. I can't see him, getting an ACL injury just playing the outfield. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even though it's possible, but you know what I mean? It's just unacceptable, man. It just definitely, like you said, definitely stomach turning. You know what I mean? You just see it oh man, and like I said, it sucks for the player. As a man, I don't want to see another player get hurt or not be available for his team. But those things, but being injured, I've never been injured in a major sport. Like, never been injured playing sports. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know if it's the luck of the draw. I don't know if it's their preparation, their their body makeup. I don't know what it is for people when they get injured, but man, it's just it's not a happy feat. It's not some place where obviously the player don't want to be in. As the fans, we definitely don't want to see that. Especially one of our best players in the organization. Keep constantly being hurt. I mean, it's not something we want to see. So, but
no, I feel you. I wish him a speedy recovery. Now, things, I like that you brought up the fact that you feel like, it might be time for us to let him go. But, I don't think the Braves are going to do that, even though they out here basically printing out prospects like hotcakes. But it's like they won before without him. What happens if they do it again? You have to think about that. If you go out here and you do it again.
He said need to go, man. Like I said, I just can't. You know, me as a businessman, you know, they just pay him all this money, you know, type of stuff, and you're not benefiting our team. You know, like, yeah, you selling tickets. Like the Braves. You know, people come to see Ronald Acunai Jr. You know, but people come to see the Braves anyway. But you know, we got big star names. But he was one of the biggest stars that we've had in years. You know what I mean? Like setting Major League Baseball records. You know, playing. You know, phenomenal athlete. You know what I mean? Playing high level, can hit the ball well, feel good. You know, steal bases. He's an athletic freak, but you know, being unavailable is not, you know, not acceptable to the business. You know, they're just like saying, "Oh, I got the best worker in the world, but shoot, my worker, he don't never come to work, or my worker, you know, he leave work early." You know what I mean? So it's like, "Oh, my worker, I got the best worker in the world, but he come to work one time a week." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we have you, but the availability is not there, so you're not benefiting our team. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm just, you know, I'm gonna pray for him. You know, I'm gonna pray for how I feel, and not being so personable. I don't know if that's a word, but just having so much personal emotions behind, you know, things that go on in the sports world and with my sports teams. You know, so I want the best for him, man. I would love to see him as a Brave, but I want to see him as a healthy Brave. You know, complete a season. You know, play at a high level all season. You know, not miss games, not be injured. You know what I mean? And again, that is things that we can control. You know, about how we prepare our body. You know, how we, you know, do X, Y, Z, and then I guess kind of take it from there, man. I don't know, but
Nah, I feel you, man.
truly,
Go ahead and start your rundown.
truly disappointed though, honestly. So I'm just saying. But so yeah, we're gonna be kicking off with the NBA playoffs today, man. Now the Eastern Conference Finals series is wrapped up. The Boston Celtics dominated the Indiana Pacers to sweep them in their series. I'm gonna kick it off with last what is this, Thursday? So I'm gonna kick it off for last Sunday. Through Sunday through the week not podcast rundown. So on Saturday, May 25th, the Celtics defeated the Pacers 114-111. The Pacers actually had an opportunity to win that game. They did not close out very well, and the Celtics ended up going on 3-0. Then on Sunday games, the Dallas Mavericks also defeated the Timberwolves on the 26th of May, 116-107, to win their third consecutive game in the Western Conference Finals. And then Monday games, May 27th, the Boston Celtics swept the Indiana Pacers 105-102. Jaylen Brown, he won the Eastern Conference player MVP, you know, the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. So that he's looking to, you know, build that confidence as he continues to go forth here in the NBA Finals, their third NBA Finals in the last 4 years, I believe, or yeah. So they're looking to, you know, maybe seal the deal this time, man. Seal the deal and get that first ring. We shall see the team that comes out the West and what they have to say about that. But truly, you know, Jaylen Brown's been playing dominant basketball this whole playoff run. You know, he's averaging almost a little bit under 30 points. I believe it's like 29 points, and he's shooting at almost 50% for his field goal percentage. So, which is pretty good, man. So, you know, just he needs to continue to keep that consistency of scoring and proficiency going into the finals, and just continue to be that vocal leader that he is. You know, again, a gentleman. You know, it's from our area, from the Atlanta area, and just, you know, someone who has been brought up around, you know, good positive leadership. You know, seeing the black men who've been from our city and state who represent, you know, work ethic and hard work and things of that nature. You know, and then him just, you know, bringing that to his game and being a more vocal leader after guys have left his program or left his organization, and he had to step up and be a leader. So I'm just truly excited for them. You know, I'm never rooting against Jaylen Brown. You know, again, he's from the A, he's from Georgia. I always want him to concede, but, you know, I could care less for the Celtics. But it's gonna be good, and I could I'm excited to see, you know, how he performs in the. I've always said, me personally, that Jaylen Brown is better than Jason Tatum. You know, I've seen him that dog in him when he was in the finals a couple years back against the Warriors. You know how he was just going at those guys and not he just leaving everything on the court. And I expect him to do the same thing this finals coming up, and I'm excited for him and excited for his future. So good luck.
I'm glad you said the thing about him having a dog in him for real, because this series just kind of sealed it for me. Because I've been thinking about it since the last time we talked about the Celtics, about how everything kind of falls on Jason Tatum and how the media just takes all the attention towards Jason Tatum. And I've always felt like, hey, you got the highest paid player on your team. Some of that should fall on him. But Jalen said, nah, don't worry about it. I'm just going to take it. That man really just sat there and just took it. So, yeah, I completely agree with you, because, like, while Jason had a great series, this is like one of those times that he had like really good games all throughout the series, but Jalen really just took over. And then he's kind of tired of everybody looking down on him for real. He's like, I'm better than, I believe he said it like game 3. He's like, I'm better than like 50% of the players you brag about all the time in the media.
Yeah, he tough now. He definitely a walking bucket, but I'm excited for him, man. I'm glad, their coach, man. I remember when I can't think of his name right now. Their coach for the Celtics, but as soon as old boy had got fired, and he stepped in, he just found a way to connect with those guys, and he's been having them play, basketball at an elite level, man, both ways, and I think he's doing good for them. I think he's a great coach fit for them. And I think he's going to be the Celtics coach for a long, long time. I can't think of his name right now. Young cat, but just great coach. And I think he's going to, like I said, be a Celtic coach for a long time and take those guys to high levels, for a consistent amount of time. So we shall see.
Yeah, and also shout out to Brad Stevens, because I remember when he got that GM job, they thought the Celtics was just going to go downhill.
Yeah, no, he definitely did step in from a coaching role to the management side role very well. He definitely did. He started to make moves for those guys, get pieces and players in that organization, and yeah, he definitely.
And also, you thinking of Joe Mazzulla?
Yep, Joe Mazzulla. Play, but he connects with his team well. I could tell. Like I said, I seen it when he first took over. After that scandal stuff with old boy, that coach before that, and he just really, he really stepped in and those guys really gelled to him and they what's the word? They bought into what he was coaching and what he was saying. You know what I mean? So, and you can see it now. Like I said, second finals he'll be coaching, and just still been number 1, number 2 seeds in the East the last couple of years. So just playing really good basketball as they head into the finals this year. Probably the favorite to win, honestly. To be honest, if you ask me,
they still the favorite.
Yeah, for sure. Then we had a Tuesday game, May 28th, game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. We had the Timberwolves win their first game. To skate past a sweep. Anthony Edwards said he never been swept before, and he wasn't trying to go out there. So hopefully they can, play good enough basketball to force a game 6. Anthony Edwards said he told what's a boy name from the Cowboys? He told Michael Parsons he'll see him at game 6 to bring in some of his shoes. So we shall see tonight, man. Game 5 kicks off tonight in Minnesota at 8:30 p.m. on TNT. And like I said, the Timberwolves are looking to force a game 6 and keep their championship hopes alive as they continue to go forward. So we shall see. If the Timberwolves do win game 5, game 6 will be on Saturday. So make sure y'all tune in to the Sports Huddle on Saturday to get updated information. What you think, cousin? What you think? They win tonight, force game 6, or the Mavericks close the deal?
Oh, I've been asking the same question to people all week, and it's been changing as far as like the amount of games. I'm like, do you guys really see Luka and Kyrie just kind of just falling off for 4 straight games, and then Ant won? And now I'm like, do we really see Luka and Kyrie falling off for 3 straight games? But it's something about Anthony Edwards. It's infectious. It's like I don't know. It's like my belief. It's going up just a little bit. Like the confidence is growing in me just a little bit to believe that okay, maybe they could win tonight. And if they win tonight, we got a series. Like
Nah,
that's
seriously.
just it.
Yeah, for sure. Now I definitely think they can win 3 straight. But that game 7 gonna be, if they force a game 7, that's gonna be like, I don't know, man. Both teams is just gonna be so, I ain't gonna say ill prepared to face the team in the finals, because the Boston Celtics, they chilling.
Yep.
They resting up. And which is, I think, me personally, too much time off in basketball is a good and bad thing to me. You
Facts.
know, when you have the momentum, that energy, that you kind of still have that like, okay, this is to me, when you sweep a team, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying there's no effort to do that, but when you sweep a team and you have some time off, you don't kind of get complacent, but you kind of get, you kind of get that, it's that drive. It's kind of, you got in you. That's like, man, I know what it took for us to just to make it to this game 7. We were just down 3. You know what I mean? It's like, you have more confidence in yourself to overcome adversity when you at the lowest, and you climb up and you climb off, and you get to the mountaintop. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, I know I done overcame this. I know I can defeat this team. I can beat anybody. You know what I mean? It's like, and granted, don't get me wrong, the people who are dominating and sweeping people too, they got the same mindset. Oh, I can dominate these people too. I can beat these guys too. They're not better than us. But it's like, I don't know. Like I said, it's just something that it's that grit from the grind to go to be down and come back and dominate, and then it's different from the grit and grind just to be good enough to be better than the other team just to beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but we shall see, man. Like I said, either way it goes, if the Mavericks and the Timberwolves go to game 6 or 7, they still gonna be more tired than the Boston Celtics. So we shall see. Again, like I said, I think the Celtics have the favorites anyway. They have the better odds currently at the moment. I think
Mm-hmm.
matchup wise, the Mavericks or the Celtics not the Mavericks or the Timberwolves have kind of similar like player styles. Like, like they have big guys come off the bench. They have depth for size to match up between Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and Al Horford, these bigger guys that they have. And I still don't know
Mm-hmm.
the status of Chris Porzingis, for the Celtics, but even with him, like, the Nas Reeves, the Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Town guys, they have bigger guys to help them. And then with the Mavericks, they have the Gaffers. What's our boy name? Jones, Derrick Jones.
Lively.
Yeah, Lively, Gatford, these big guys to to compete and have the same type of size as the Celtics. So we shall see. Like I said, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So make sure y'all tune in tonight again at 8:30 p.m. on TNT to see the Timberwolves 6 on Saturday. So make sure y'all tune in to the Sports Huddle on Saturday for the updated information for the Game 5 result of the Western Conference Finals. Moving on to our subtopic in the NBA, the physicality between the NBA and the WNBA. Which league do you think is more physical?
If I'm being honest with you, I'll probably say the WNBA for like the past, let's say about 15, maybe about 15 years. When the flopping era started in basketball. Back
Probably,
when when LeBron was with the Heat.
maybe so. Like maybe, yeah, maybe like early LeBron Heat time frame. Don't just put it on
Uh,
LeBron. Don't just do that, y'all.
I ain't gonna put it on him. I'm just saying that's when the era started.
Yeah, it was allowed. It was allowed more than it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so and I get the whole. I try to get it, protect your players and everything. But like you say, and you repeat it because I know you do. Sports is physical. It's a physical thing,
Yeah.
and in the WNBA, it's just like they constantly play basketball how it's played. Hard nosed basketball. There's hard fouls, physical defense. You get knocked down. You don't really, you get a little touch in the NBA up until like after the All-Star game, because after the All-Star game, that's when they started calling less fouls and just letting them play.
Mm-hmm.
But like a small touch, we're gonna blow that whistle. And the game went on longer. And it went on longer. another reason they started like to stop calling all those fouls was because they wanted to speed up the game. But look at the NBA this year. As far as like after the All-Star break, even the playoffs, everybody's loving it. The physicality of it, how they're playing, everybody's really loving it.
Yeah, like you were saying, cousin, about people loving the physicality of the NBA right now. They definitely are. And like you just even referencing to the physicality era of the WNBA. I was saying that these women, coming up playing basketball, they're playing basketball against men. You know what I'm saying? They're going up against guys and they're, being physical, being dominant. And then by the time they get to the stage they were when they playing against other females, they continue to bring that. And females are feisty. Females are strong and they don't want to be pushed around and that type of stuff. And I love to be able to see it. So I'm definitely enjoying the physical standpoint from the WNBA and how the WNBA is getting so much attention, and how when fans are going to see NBA games now, they're looking like, what? They want to call that in the WNBA. They let them girls play. They let them girls play. So now the NBA is catching up again. Like, hey, okay, well, it's time to be physical again. We're supposed to be physical. We're men, but we're playing soft. These women are women, and they playing tough and hard nosed and gritty and nasty. You know what I mean? Like, and they just getting after it. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about the physical aspect, being brought back to sports, especially in basketball. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you said that about being, about them being feisty. Just a quick sidebar, like one of my favorite like combat sports fighters of all time is a woman named Amanda Nunes. And I tell people all the time, I consider her the GOAT for the UFC for a while. It's like it was no BS. I fight you, I beat you. Who's next? We're not waiting 2-3 years for these fights. I gotta fight every 3 months or every 6 months. Ain't none of that, we gonna talk this trash and then dance around. We gonna go in there and we gonna go at it. But it's like you said, you gonna play it how you know it. And like you said, the woman that grew up playing with men, so all they know is how to play physical dominant basketball. It's like over here in the NBA, we got to a point where we started protecting players because we had the whole injury prone era. Everybody was getting knee injuries, and everybody was just getting injured in general, and then super hard fouls. And then you had to bring in, I hate to say it, you had to bring in sports betting. That plays a big part in I hate to say what the princiness of the NBA for a little while, because let's say something that's factual. Before the All-Star break, people was making a ton of money doing sports betting. They had to calm down all them threes and everything and had to make them boys play defense again. Because it's like we kind of giving away a little bit too much money, and this new generation want to play. Like they want to play how they've been playing basketball growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So let them do it. But yeah, it's like the WNBA, I'll have to say, is more physical, and people can say what they want about that because it never changed. It's always been this way. Now we're just seeing it more because it's spread out. We're getting more. We're seeing it everywhere now. They have it on multiple networks and apps, so you're seeing it more now. The NBA, we constantly changed the game for players, and mainly it was for the protection.
Well, they be all right. They got good health insurance, but no, I'm just jumping. Obviously we don't want to see anybody get hurt, obviously, but
Absolutely.
yeah, you got to be physical, man. We gotta bring back the people. People think basketball players are soft just because of that the physical gap that has been dropped off for the last couple of years. But no, these guys get it in. Those Shaq eras, those early 2000, 2008 to 2010 era basketball, like them boys get it in, like. You know what I'm saying? Even before that, the 90s, 80s, Lord have mercy, they were boxing back then. So, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, basketball is physical. People tend to forget that, getting knocked down to the floor, taking charges, physically moving another man from one spot to another spot, without his will. That's like the same thing they do in football. But, football is all contact sport. Like, you literally have to touch the next person to do your job. Basketball is really not like that. But when you even seeing in this summer in the Olympics how we've been treated to the physical gameplay of American basketball and how that's going to resonate and translate to the international stage for the Olympics. So I'm excited, man. Truly excited. Then moving on to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Stanley Cup playoffs from Saturday, May 25th. Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. We had the Dallas Stars defeat the Oilers 3-1 to tie up their series at 1 game apiece. For Sunday games, May 26th, in the Stanley Cup Eastern Finals, we had the New York Rangers defeat the Florida Panthers in overtime, 5-4. The New York Rangers lead their series 2-1. On Monday, May 27th, we had the Dallas Stars defeat the Oilers 5-3 to go up 2-1 in that series. Tuesday, May 28th, we had the Florida Panthers even up their series against the New York Rangers. They won 3-2 in overtime. That series is tied at 2 games apiece. Last night games in the Western Conference Finals, we had the Oilers defeat the Dallas Stars 5-2, and they they end up tying their series at 2 games apiece as they head into Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. Then for Thursday games tonight, May 30th at 8 p.m. on ESPN, we have the New York Rangers hosting the Florida Panthers for Game 5. The winner of this game is most likely going to win the series. So we shall see. I'm excited. Again, like I said, I'm kind of rooting for the Florida Panthers. They're the closest team to where we're from, where I'm from, where I currently live right now. And they went last year to the Stanley Cup Finals. They didn't win, but they're looking to solidify themselves and get another opportunity to play for the Stanley Cup Finals. So then moving on to Friday games, May 31st, we have the Dallas Stars hosting the Oilers tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. on TNT. So make sure y'all tune in to the Saturday Sports Huddle to get updated information from the Stanley Cup playoffs. College softball playoff tournament has kicked off, been going on for the last couple of weeks now. Give me one moment here. So currently standing at the moment today, kicking off at noon on ESPN, we have number 6 UCLA hosting number 14 Alabama in the double elimination round. That series starts today. Again, this is the Women's College World Series. We currently have 8 teams left in the College World Series. So the winner out of these series, the next 4 teams, they will face off in the semifinals, quarterfinals, not the semifinals, for the championship, and then the 2 teams remaining out of these 4 teams, they will face off for the Women's College World Series championship for softball. Then following that game today on ESPN at 2:30 p.m., we have number 2 Oklahoma hosting number 10 Duke. Following that game at 7 p.m. on ESPN2, we have number 1 Texas hosting number 8 Stanford. And then we have number 4 Florida hosting number 5 Oklahoma State at 9:30 p.m. tonight on ESPN2. And then Friday games, May 31st, are currently in the air. So this is how it's going to work. So it's double elimination round for today's games for Thursday. So the teams that lose today will have to play elimination games tomorrow. So the elimination games tomorrow are going to be at 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. tomorrow night, respectively, on ESPN2. And then on Saturday, the new double elimination round will begin. So then there'll be 4 teams left. So the 2 teams, so the 4 teams that win today, they advance to the next double elimination round, and the teams that lose will face off against in the elimination round to see who will not advance to the college softball World Series. That probably was kind of confusing, but that's what it is. Then moving on to the NCAA Baseball Top 25. NCAA Baseball Top 25. Again, the Omaha Baseball Championship Tournament is kicking off today. It's kicking off today it's kicking off tomorrow. Hosting Western Michigan. The number 2 Kentucky seed, they are the number 1 seed in the Lexington regional area. Then following that game at 12 p.m. on ACC Network tomorrow afternoon, number 8 Florida State will be hosting Stetson. Florida State is the regional leader for the Tallahassee region. Number 12, Virginia will be hosting Penn at 12 p.m. on ESPN Plus on Friday afternoon. Virginia is the number 1 seed in the Charlottesville regional area. We have number 3 Texas A&M hosting Grambling at 1 p.m. on ESPN Plus. We have number 7 Georgia Bulldogs, go Dogs. They will face the Army. I'm kind of in shambles right here. I'm a veteran of the United States Army. So West Point program, I kind of support them when I have an opportunity to see them do good. But they're going up against my Georgia Bulldogs, so I can't bet against my Dogs. I think the Georgia Bulldogs are going to dominate the Army anyway. The Army does have good talent, but they don't recruit as well as regular programs because they're a private institute. But they still have good athletes in the military, and I think they'll have a good game against the Bulldogs. But I think that ultimately the Bulldogs will win. Hopefully we do. This is the time where we need to play our best baseball going forward here as we compete for the NCAA baseball championship. Then we have number 16 East Carolina hosting Evansville. We have number 5 Arkansas hosting Southeastern Missouri. We have number 4 North Carolina hosting Long Island. We have number 1 Tennessee hosting Northern Kentucky. Number 6 Clemson hosting High Point. Number 9 Oklahoma hosting Oral Roberts. Number 10 NC State hosting Bryant. Number 11 Oklahoma State hosting Niagara. Number 13 Arizona hosting Grand Canyon. Number 14 Santa Barbara hosting Fresno State. And number 15 Oregon State hosting Tulane. So make sure y'all tune into the Saturday Sports Huddle as we get updated information as we advance towards the NCAA Baseball Championship finale. So make sure y'all tune in. And again, as always, good luck to the Bulldogs and go Dogs. Then moving on to major. Oh, hold on. So we have some other subtopics for the NCAA baseball. It is NCAA in general. What are our thoughts on college paying athletes directly? I really don't have too much information right now on what it's going to consist of. I know I've been seeing things of how in the football world right now that the NCAA is trying to figure out how teams are they still going to allow programs to do walk-ons for all sports, and specifically football, I believe. But definitely keep walk-ons. Again, so many people careers have been built on being able to walk on and try out for a program, and making a team and making it to the league, all these type of things. These kids dream of being able to play for these universities. Sometimes, unfortunately, these children they're not looked upon to be worthy enough to receive scholarships from these universities. So these guys, they work hard. These gals, they work hard, and they go out and they put their talents on display and try out for these teams, and they make it, and they start over some of these guys who've had scholarships and full rides and all these type of things. Just like how I was talking about you earlier about the Celtics and that, and on the teams the guys who, I ain't gonna say route is easier, but your work ethic kind of paid off more to where you were acknowledged. But then for the ones who had to grind more and had to start from the bottom, and it gives them more grit, more work ethic, more purpose and more. If you kind of get what I'm saying, that's what
I get what you're saying.
That's what the walk-ons kind of mean to me, and for any program in the college. So, I really don't know too much about the the NCAA paying their athletes and how that's going to affect the NILs and all these type of things. But as it comes down the line, we'll have more information. But I think it's just well overdue. I just think it's well overdue for how long the NCAA has been gaining billions and billions and billions of dollars. They finally have an opportunity to pay them back, and we shall see though. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I got a little bit of information for you here. So the NCAA and the 5 largest conferences will allow schools each to provide up to $21 million annually to athletes, or up to 22% of the average Power League school's annual revenue. So it's either 21 million or 22%. So I feel like that's kind of like you're giving them pennies a little bit, because the NIL deals, you got kids getting like 6-figure deals from burger spots and from barbecue joints. You got to spread 21 million around to different programs. That's probably going to be like little it's something, but I mean, they could have gave them some more.
Well, it seemed like from what you were just saying, it's per school. Like, so like the Power
Yeah.
5 conferences, we got the SEC, the ACC, all these big conferences and stuff like that. 22, I can tell you right now, 22% of the Georgia Bulldogs revenue definitely way more than 21 million. So it's like,
Oh, bet.
I think the NCAA is really trying to get it to a fine number and make it more, I would say, fair for other programs, because just because you're in a Power 5 school don't mean your Power 5 school in that conference makes more. That school brings in more revenue than, let's just say, for instance, Florida revenue is going to be higher than Vanderbilt. You know what I'm saying? Like, so 22% from Florida might be 40 million or 100 million or something. But then from Vanderbilt, 22% of their revenue might be 38 million. You know what I mean? It's like, so I don't know, man. I think they should just stick with an amount, that every year, because you can kind of budget it. You know what I mean? I think if they go about the revenue percentage budgets and things that have to be done every year differently. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure they add up all their numbers at the end of the year anyway. But now it's just like, if we have a set amount, like I said, that 21 million, if we all do that 21 million, they'll know how much they'll be taxed every year, all these type of things from each state. So I just think it'd be kind of better that way, and it'll be kind of more fair for all the players. They'll kind of they can kind of, then with the 21 million amount, it can go to the player sports amount. So like if we got 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000 players, or so forth and so on. So I think that's kind of the route they should go. Just kind of give a set amount every year, like a cap, almost like cap. You know how they do cap space,
Yeah.
and
Salary
all
cap.
these other type of things. I think they should kind of just do it that way. It'd be better, and a more of a more fair program, I think, if you ask me. So, but
No, that's cool. 'Cause I was interested in your perspective on it. That's why I had to bring it up. I was very interested in your perspective on this. You made some very good points, but I can definitely see them, because that 22%, once they start bringing in a bunch of money, you know how people get. They're gonna start trying to get a little bit cheap. So I can see them trying to pivot over and do that 21 million annually. I think they should kind of bump that up a little bit,
yeah,
or they can treat it like a salary cap where it goes up every year.
yeah, facts. I think that'll be good too. Maybe like you probably because it's gonna start with this year coming up. So 12 years from now, if it go up $1 million each year, whatever it is, you almost at 40 million. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I think it'd be good. So 35 million, whatever it is, but yeah, it's all good, man. I'm excited for them, but like I said, I think it's well deserved, man. These guys and gals have been, you know, being broke in college for a long time, being broke and still going to class and, working hard. But like I said, it's the drive though. A lot of these, me personally, it's going to change a lot of things in the NCAA period too. One, I think the incentives is going to make a lot of kids want to come more to college now, because like we were saying earlier this year about the overtime elite and those type of programs that are being put into place, it's kind of taken away from the traditional classroom settings for young men and women. They don't want to go the college route anymore because they're not getting paid, or they're not having the exposure they need to have to make it to the next level. You know what I mean? And not be able to take care of themselves. So now this is definitely going to help more universities and continue to have young kids, want to come study at a university or college. So.
Yeah, and also speaking on the walk-on thing, I really hope they don't take away that, because I was listening to the sports radio this morning, and they're down in Destin, Florida, having an SEC meeting, and that's one of the things on the table. They're talking about stopping walk-ons, so they're discussing that. I hope Kirby come through there, because he kind of like the big dog in the SEC. I hope he come through there and be like, no.
Kind of, he is the big dog. He the big dog.
Yeah.
He's the big dog of football. But I definitely saw at a spring meetings last week. That's how I even caught whiff of it about the SEC coaches were in their spring meetings, and I read an article about they was talking about not going away with walk-ons, and all the coaches all the way across the board, they was like, that's definitely not something that we ever thought about, and we would not stand for to be brought up in the NCAA. So hopefully they all stand together, they stand firm on it to not allow walk-ons to be banned, because again, they're just horrible for the sport, man. It's just horrible for the sport in general, and not just even college. Like Kirby Smart was saying, for high school levels, for middle school, any of these guys who know that, hey man, I might not be the best right now, or I might not have the best. I might not have the best season to be noticed or be, offered by this university or something. But I dreamed of playing for this university, so I can go walk on. But if you take it away, again, that just it just shatters people's dreams and shatters people's hopes, and and then it's bad for the program again. To have that competitive level of walk-ons come in and just give it, go the extra mile over these guys who, like I said, who have scholarships, who have kind of an easier route to be a part of this team. That taking that competitive levelness away is going to hurt sports. Period. Period. Honestly. So, but we shall see. I don't think they will, and if so, I'm going to definitely petition again. I'm going to fight against it, just like I know a lot of people will, and just hopefully it doesn't go that route. So. Moving on to the Major League Baseball. A shout out to the Major League Baseball. They finally have respected the Negro League Stats. They finally integrated the Negro League Stats, so the players from the Negro Leagues, Black Professional Baseball League before the Major League Baseball allowed colored people to play their sport, or not their sport, play in legitimate pay in the Negro Leagues before they was able to come to the League Baseball. So I'm just truly excited for all of those players who got an opportunity to sketch their name and history for the Negro Leagues and have their statistical records and their statistical performances, brought among other professionals. So I'm truly excited about that. And thank you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, cousin, for giving me that information. So I didn't even know that. So I just saw it here on our side notes, and I'm pretty excited and stoked about that. So.
Oh boy, I've been excited about this for over a year now. When that day came on Wednesday, I said, "Oh, it's here, man! They got new debates going on. I'm finding out about players I never knew about and everything. I'm excited."
Yeah, fact. So yeah, as we learn more information and we have more information that's brought down with historic, milestones and things of that nature from the Negro League and how it translates to the Major League Baseball, we're definitely going to bring it up and shout out those players and just have more
Hey, I
information.
got a couple for you if you want it.
Oh yeah,
now.
of course.
Oh yeah, I had snapped some pictures I saw online. You heard of a player named Josh Gibson?
I have now.
Oh yeah, so apparently once everything changed, a new debate started, and people are starting to say Josh Gibson may be the GOAT of baseball. So the batting career average has changed. He is now the all-time leader. In career on-base percentage, he is now number 3.
Okay.
In career OPS, what is OPS? I've been trying to figure this out all day.
Let's see. OPS is something scoring. I can't think of it right now. Let me go to. You can see all the abbreviations on the apps, like ESPN apps and that type of stuff. I can't think off the top of my head right now what it means.
I'm about to pull it up right quick, and also when we get the NFL news, I just got breaking news on my phone.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I just got a little breaking news, so when we get there, I think you'll like it.
Okay, well, it must be about my team, so of course I like it.
Oh no, dog, it ain't about your team, but we can definitely talk about your team though, because I got questions for you about your team.
No, I'm just talking.
Yeah, it's an on base plus slugging.
Okay.
Yeah, he's now the all-time leader. Career slugging, he is the all-time leader. The guy named Josh Gibson, he is the all-time leader in career slugging, on base plus slugging, and career batting average. He's like top 5 in a couple different statistics. So people are debating now of him being the GOAT.
Okay. Mr. Josh Gibson, man. Shout out to Josh, man. All right, so moving on to Major League Baseball recap from this week. Again, Saturday, as we told y'all earlier, Ronald Acunai Jr. is out for the season. Super unfortunate. But from Saturday games, May 25th, we had the Pirates defeat the Braves 4-1. We had the Tigers defeat the Blue Jays 2-1. We had the Giants defeat the Mets 7-2. We had the Orioles defeat the White Sox 5-3. We had the Twins over the Rangers 5-3. We had the Nationals defeat the Mariners 3-1. We had the Astros fall to the Athletics 3-1. The Royals defeated the Rays 7-4. The Brewers defeated the Red Sox 6-3. The Cardinals defeated the Cubs 7-6. The Reds defeated the Dodgers 3-1. The Phillies defeated the Rockies 8-4. The Guardians defeated the Angels 4-3. The Yankees defeated the Padres 4-1. And the Diamondbacks defeated the Marlins 3-2. For Sunday games, May 26th, we had the Braves defeat the Pirates 8-1. The Tigers over the Blue Jays 14-11. The Reds defeated the Dodgers 4-1. The Red Sox over the Brewers 2-1. The Mariners defeated the Nationals 9-5. The Rays defeated the Royals 4-1. The Mets defeated the Giants 4-3. The Orioles defeated the White Sox 4-1. The Rangers over the Twins 6-2. The Rockies over the Phillies 5-2. The Guardians defeated the Angels 5-4. The Astros defeated the Athletics 5-2. The Marlins defeated the Diamondbacks 3-1. The Padres over the Yankees 5-2. And the Cardinals defeated. Excuse me. Okay. Moving on to Monday games, May 27th, we had the Rockies defeat the Guardians 8-6. The Brewers over the Cubs 5-1. The Blue Jays fell to the White Sox 5-1. The Twins defeated the Royals 6-5. The Orioles defeated the Red Sox 11-3. The Nationals defeated the Braves 8-4. The Reds defeated the Cardinals 3-1. The Giants over the Phillies 8-4. The Padres defeated the Marlins 2-1. And the Mariners defeated the Astros 3-2. Also, I wanted to go back to the Pirates Braves game. In one of these games, I believe it was the game on Sunday. Matt Olson, he hit a home run that landed in the lake where the Pirates play, and I believe that was the 75th or 78th ball that was ever hit into the pond or to that lake or whatever they have behind that stadium. Since the Pirates moved into their to that stadium, and I believe it's like over 25 years ago. So only 77 other baseballs and players have, or it might have been multiple players hit multiple home runs, but only 78 baseballs have ever reached that pond, and I think it's like maybe 500 feet from the.
That's some strength right there.
Yeah, fast. Matt Olson be slugging, so yeah. I wanted to bring it up. Then Tuesday games, May 28th, we had the Braves defeat the Nationals 2-0. The Dodgers defeated the Mets 5-2. The Red Sox defeated the Orioles 8-3. The Cardinals defeated the Reds 7-1. The Athletics over the Rays 3-0. The Cubs defeated the Brewers 6-3. Defeated the Royals 4-2. The Dodgers defeated the Mets 3-0. The Blue Jays defeated the White Sox 7-2. The Rangers defeated the Diamondbacks 4-2. The Guardians defeated the Rockies 13-7. The Angels defeated the Yankees 4-3. The Mariners defeated the Astros 4-2. The Padres over the Marlins for May 29th. This pops up. Come on, game. Excuse me. Dude, I swear it's an app.
Which app are you using?
I'm on ESPN right now.
Oh, yeah, it be bugging sometimes.
What app you be using?
Oh, Bleacher Report.
I've heard good things about Bleacher Report. So,
yeah,
from Wednesday games, May 29th, the Nationals defeated the Braves 7-2. We doing bad when we let the Nationals beat us. The Nationals never really beat us. Like, whatever, though. I'm continuing on. The Tigers defeated the Pirates 8-0. The Cardinals defeated the Reds 5-3. The Rangers defeated the Diamondbacks 6-1. The Pirates defeated the Tigers 10-2. The Phillies defeated the Giants 6-1. The Dodgers over the Mets 10-3. The Marlins defeated the Padres 9-1. The Orioles defeated the Red Sox 6-1. The Rays defeated the Athletics 4-3. The Brewers over the Cubs 10-6. The Royals defeated the Twins 6-1. The Blue Jays defeated the White Sox 3-1. The Rockies defeated the Guardians 7-4. The Yankees over the Angels 2-1. And the Mariners defeated the Astros 2-1. For today's games, kicking off at 1 p.m., we have the Brewers hosting the Cubs, the Twins hosting the Royals, the Rays hosting the Athletics, the Astros going up against the Mariners, the Mets hosting the Diamondbacks, the Braves hosting the Nationals, the Tigers going up against the Red Sox, and the Angels are hosting the Yankees. For Friday games, May 31st, we have the Cubs hosting the Reds, the Phillies hosting the Cardinals, the Rays going up against the Orioles, the Blue Jays hosting the Pirates, the Mets hosting the Diamondbacks, the Red Sox hosting the Tigers at 7:10 p.m. tomorrow night on Apple TV+. We have the Braves hosting the Athletics, the Marlins hosting the Rangers, the Nationals going up against the Guardians, the Brewers hosting the White Sox, the Astros going up against the Twins, the Royals versus the Padres, the Angels going up against the Mariners, the Dodgers hosting the Rockies, and the Giants are hosting the Yankees. So make sure y'all tune into the Saturday Sports Huddle to get updated information from Major League Baseball. Moving on to United Football League recap from this past week, week 9. We're heading into the last week of the regular season of the United Football League, which will kick off week 10 this upcoming Saturday. So make sure y'all tune in and be on the lookout for the last final week of the United Football League. So back to Saturday, May 25th from week 9, of the United Football. Defeat the Battlehawks 36-22. We had the Brahmas defeat the Stallions 18-9. We had the Defenders defeat the Showboats 36-21. And we had the Panthers defeat the Roughnecks 26-22. So make sure y'all tune in to the Saturday Sports Huddle as we continue to go forth and advance to week 10 of the United Football League. Also, be on the lookout for the Big 3 League. The Big 3 League here is starting back up in June. And I will have coverage of the Big 3 as that continues to go forth.
Hey, yo.
What's up?
I also want to bring up this, too. So, the Birmingham Stallions, they undefeated streak lasted 379 days. 2 losses in 2 years. Both came from Texas teams, San Antonio and Houston.
Well.
Yeah, I've been doing some. Yeah, yo, like, you know me, I'm going to do a little bit of looking up what's going on and stuff. Like, I was looking into the St. Louis Battlehawks team. And apparently, like, when it comes to attendance, they're outdrawing the rest of the league like 5 times over. They get about 34,000 a game.
Okay.
And they're out here trying to get home field advantage. They get home field. They get any home field games in the playoffs. I don't know if anybody taking that. That's just that's a big change right there. You go from probably about 10, maybe 11, 12,000. I'm not sure where everybody else is pulling. Then you walk into St. Louis and they're pulling 34,000.
And that's the Brahams, correct? What about
that's the Battlehawks.
Battlehawks, okay.
Yeah, they out pulling Birmingham. They out pulling Birmingham. I thought that would have been Birmingham doing.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah, they play the Brahmas. That they call it the Brahmas. I'm watching the pronunciation of them, but the Brahmas. I'll be calling them the Brahams, the Brahmas. But yeah, that's gonna be a good game. They play this Saturday, actually, the Brahmas and the Battlehawks. So that'll be a pretty good game. I might have to check that one out. Then moving on to WNBA. I want to shout out not injuries. I want to shout out Caitlin Clark. She made history this past week. In her WNBA game, she was the first ever WNBA rookie to have 30+ points. I believe it was like 5 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks in the game. And she's the first WNBA rookie to ever do that. So just coming into it, the WNBA and making history and doing good things already, So shout out to Caitlin.
And I also got another one for you too. She's the fastest rookie in WNBA history with 100 points and 50 assists.
Okay, see, she's coming up, man. She's transitioned to the WNBA pretty well. And I think the WNBA and is just going to continue to go forth and go and climb higher, from the views to the talent to the exposure. May 25th games in the WNBA. We had the Minnesota Lynx defeat the New York Liberty 84-67. We had the Kinetic Sun defeat the Chicago Sky 86-82. We had the Las Vegas Aces defeat the Indiana Fever 99-80. We had the Seattle Storm dominate the DC Mystics 101-69. And we had the Dallas Wings defeat the Phoenix Mercury 107-92. Sunday games, May 26th, we had the Minnesota Lynx defeat the Atlanta Dream 92-79. And we had the Dallas Wings defeat the LA Sparks 84-83. Tuesday games, May 28th, we had the Kinetic Sun defeat the Phoenix Mercury 70-47. We had the LA Sparks defeat the Fever 88-82. And we had the Seattle Storm defeat the Chicago Sky 77-68. Recap of last night games, May 29th. We had the Atlanta Dream defeat the DC Mystics 73-67. We had the New York Liberty defeat the Phoenix Mercury 81-78. And we had the Las Vegas Aces defeat the Minnesota Lynx 80-66. For today's games, kicking off at 7 p.m., we have the Indiana Fever hosting the Seattle Storm today at 7 p.m. on Prime Video. And we have the Chicago Sky hosting the LA Sparks tonight at 8 p.m. For Friday games, May 31st, we have the Atlanta Dream hosting the Las Vegas Aces. We have the Kinetic Sun hosting the Dallas Wings. We have the New York Liberty hosting the DC Mystic. And we have the Minnesota Lynx hosting the Phoenix Mercury. So make sure y'all tune into the Saturday Sports Huddle to get updated information from the WNBA. Moving on to NFL news, I'm going to let Mad Matt take over the NFL news. He said he just got some good NFL news coming out, so I'll let him take over, and we'll go back and forth and speak about some things.
All right. So as of 13 minutes ago on my phone from Sleeper app, that's like a fantasy draft app, Miami and wide receiver Jalen Waddle. I like Jalen Waddle too. They reached an agreement today. 3 years, $84.7 million.
Okay. Yeah, solidifying the roster, wide receiver spot for what's her boy name down there? Tua Tagovailoa, whatever his name is.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Him. Yeah. The Alabama players. I don't remember their names like that.
Hey man, I understand. You hear it so much, it's like yeah, I had to get it right eventually. I heard it so much, I just kept talking. I don't know when it comes to Miami anymore. Like personally, I don't. When I look around the league and I look, saying, hey, who's gonna potentially be contenders? I don't put Miami in there, and I know they have a great offense and they got Tyreek. If I'm correct, I believe Tyreek said he's gonna retire either this year or next year. He wants to go and do other business adventures. He got his streaming channel and everything, and I believe he created a esports league. Either esports league or esports team. So I know he's probably going to be gone soon, but I don't know. I think this window, or how can I put it? The Dolphins are great for regular season fun. That's a
man. Come on, let's run down this pretender list because they pretenders to me, man. Let's do it, man. They pretenders, man.
Sure, you want me to run down every team, or you want me to pick you my 5?
Well, let's do that. It don't matter to me. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You know who the real contenders is. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you about that right there too. And I'm not disagreeing with anything. I've seen what the Eagles done this all season. I've seen what they've done, and I'm honestly
EGLES Eagles. Okay.
I'm also like I'm a big fan of Cooper DeJean, even though I didn't see much of his games. I just saw his highlights, and I know what he's capable of. Yeah. So I was like, when they got him, I was like, dang, he went to a good place. He's gonna develop well over there.
Yes.
But like, why do people keep disrespecting the Eagles?
Man, that's what we do, man. We like that, man. We don't want people to like us. You know what I'm saying? We don't want nobody to like us, man. See, we the opposite of the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, they delusional. They got the best fans in the world. They love, everybody love the Cowboys. Cowboys, we them boys. And when it comes to them Eagles, man, they be like, them Eagles ain't gonna do nothing, man. Them Eagles this, them Eagles that. We like to hear that, because like I said, the same analogy I keep giving you about being from the bottom and climbing to the top, man. That's who we is, man. That's what the Philadelphia Eagles are made of, man. Hard work, grinding, just getting it in, man. That's why I gravitated to them when I was a child, man. I just seen, I don't know, they just called to me, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why they disrespect us, but we like that. It feeds us. It's our food, man. It's just like the Bible. The words of the Bible, it feed my spirit. And the bad words from the hating people, it feed us and it drives us to be great, man. It just drives us to soar higher and higher and higher. That's what we're gonna do, baby. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, I hear you. I need people to kind of chill that out for real, because I'm not even an Eagles fan. I just respect the team. It's just like if people watch what they've done this offseason, they've added some great pieces on the front, and they've added some great pieces in the secondary. The offense is going to be fine.
yes,
I
sir.
don't know why everybody want to put all this stuff on Jalen Hurts. The offense is going to be fine. Give that man some time to grow.
Oh, he gonna be good anyway. He elite, man. We see
Yeah,
his fall off last year was the offensive coordinator. You know, him and Brian Johnson was cool, but I still think Jalen Hurts played at a high level. I don't think he played at the elite level he did the year we went to the Super Bowl, but I still think he played at a high level. You know, he had more good games than he had bad games, and
I agree
I
with you.
just think as a team overall we didn't play to our standard. So this year, you know, we're looking to bounce back, man. A lot of guys are hungrier. That's why I said I know. That's why I said I know I'm an Eagles fan. I know how those guys feel because they know we don't got on their tail. The Eagles fans, the Eagles fan base, the city of Philadelphia, we were not pleased with them, you know, and they know that, you know, and that's the thing about being an Eagles fan. We love y'all when y'all doing great, but when y'all doing bad, we're gonna tell you about yourself, and that's why again, these are the things why I came and became a part of this organization because I love the support when we doing good, you know, when you want to have, you know, hey man, good job, but when we doing bad, we love you enough to let you know, hey man, that's not up to standard. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I'm excited for him, and looking forward to what we do this year. So
I feel you. All right, so let me throw out another one for you then, because we already know how you feel about the Eagles. I ain't even got to ask no questions.
top
Houston
tier
Texans.
contenders. Oh, the Houston's the Texans are contenders. You know, them boys tough, man. You know, I like C.J. Stroud, man. I recall the game. You know, when Ohio State they should have beat us that year when we beat them a couple years back to win our second championship. Was it our second championship? First championship. Second championship. First. Was it the first? No, it was our second championship. No, it was our first championship. No, I don't remember. Goddamn, whatever he played Ohio State in the Peach Bowl in Atlanta, and for the in the semifinals for the college football playoffs.
Oh, you talking about the year he went off? He went off and they lost at midnight
Man, lost at
on New
midnight.
Year's.
Man, I think it was maybe the second year we went. The second,
Yeah,
the back-to-back year. But man, it was just. I mean, I'm like this guy's gonna be awesome on the next level. You know, because I've heard about C.J. Stroud. Throughout the college years, and how he kept leading Ohio State. But man, like seeing that guy on the field and seeing him be mobile and be moving around and how humble he is, I'm like, this young man going places. So, the Houston Texans are definitely contenders, man. Definitely contenders in the AFC. Probably, if you ask me, probably one of the favorites for sure behind the Chiefs and the Ravens to be, in the AFC Championship type of thing.
all right. I got another one for you then. Cincinnati Bengals.
Could contend. They could be contenders. I ain't gonna disrespect them like that. They could be contenders. I'll take the Texans over them though, if you ask me, who had a higher
Oh yeah,
chance.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. They stack.
Them
I
Texans
just
tough.
know I'm always gonna support my boy Joe Burrow. I'm always gonna support him, but I keep them in this. I keep them in the conversation mainly because he's already proven he can beat Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
So I always keep them in the conversation. I think he's the only one with the winning record against Patrick.
Who else you got, man? Who else you got for me? Talk to me.
Green Bay.
Pretenders. Hey, shout
Like,
out to my boy Javon Bullock, man. He just can't hit my boy dog. He a Packer now, but they pretenders, big dog. Y'all ain't going nowhere. We're gonna spank on y'all in Brazil, game 1 of the season. So be ready. You know what I'm saying?
you see them like getting like wild card, or they even
They
gonna
can make the
like
playoffs. They can make the playoff, but they ain't championship contenders. That's why I'm saying contenders and pretenders. You can make the playoffs. Even the Dolphins can make the playoffs, but they not contending for no championship. You know what I'm saying?
all right. Detroit Lions.
They could be contenders. I like them, Jared Goff. I like their coach, man.
Oh boy.
Dan Campbell.
I love they coach.
Not Dan Campbell. His name is his name Dan Campbell?
No, his name ain't Dan Campbell.
No, it's not Dan Campbell. I can't think of his name right now.
Hold on, I'm about to pull it up. I love they coach.
I said it last year, but yeah, I can't think of brother.
Dan. Oh no, it's Dan Campbell.
Okay, see, motherfucker. Excuse me.
You right. Oh no, now I'm trying not to cuss on your show. You
No,
just dropped the
I
MF.
had to catch myself. No, but dude, man, he's different, man. Like I said, this coach Mike Mazzulla, or whatever the name is, from the Celtics coach. Man, when these guys believe in y'all and believe in what y'all got going on in your program and buy in, dude, and you've seen it firsthand, from not took them 30 years to reach that second ever NFC championship game, and they did underneath him, going from the bottom of their conference last year to being the number 2 seed and, the NFC this year. So, I mean, just dominate, man. Just dominate. So, definitely contenders, man, if you ask me.
Cleveland Browns.
They could contend. They could. They got Nick Chubb, man. Anytime you got Jordan Bulldog on your team, man, hey, man, you likely to go up. That's all I can say.
Shoot, I just passed this team. There was one. Oh, yeah. I got one for you right here, but I'm going to give you the news. I'll give you it afterwards. New York Jets.
Lord.
Now, before you answer, let me tell you this.
I don't know.
Apparently yesterday, I guess yesterday, Aaron Rodgers was practicing and he had right foot discomfort.
Pretenders. They going down. they going down, man. I already thought they weren't gonna be nothing with the year he came at the start. When he got hurt, they definitely weren't gonna be nothing. But he's maturing more and more, man. It's not like he's getting younger. So it's like, I think they're pretenders to me, man. You ask me personally, but
Buffalo Bills.
Pretenders.
Like, if they had Stephon Diggs, would you still feel the same way?
Pretenders.
Oh man.
Look at, they just had Stephon Diggs this year. What do they do?
I know, that's what I know. I'm just asking though. If they still had him, would you still
Pretenders.
Dallas Cowboys.
Come on, man. Come on, man. No, honestly, I tell Cowboys fans this too, man. And I talk to some of my coaches that are Cowboys fans, but the Cowboys really do have rosters built every year to contend for Super Bowls. But they don't put it together, man, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones he's the X factor. Okay? He's the X factor. Ever since he done made a move to disassemble them 90s teams, they ain't been nothing. Ain't been nothing, man. And they pretenders to me, man. They pretenders, okay? That's what they are.
Honestly, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys fans don't have that much faith this year as they had in past years.
Well, they might actually do something then. They be the downfall of their ass. They be sending them false energy. Okay, so if y'all don't believe in them, they might actually do something.
Yeah, because I don't think a lot of people happy with the offseason. There's nothing that is making, this is just from what I'm seeing on the internet and everything. Like, there's nothing that's making Cowboys fans say the normal yearly quote, "This year is our year."
Lord have mercy.
There's nothing that's making them say that.
Just hurt my stomach hearing them say that. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Man, I ain't gonna even lie. Like, I remember watching this documentary. It was what was it? Hard Knocks on the Cowboys is on there. I looked at the whole presentation, how the fans were acting. The fans were acting like they just won the Super Bowl during the training camp. I'm like, it's training camp, and like the whole presentation just made it feel like they was about to win a Super Bowl, and then they didn't.
Freaking.
That's all I got for you on that list today. Another question: what team do you think could surprise everybody this year?
The Falcons.
Really now?
I think y'all might actually win the NFC South, man. Kirk Cousins.
I did not think you would say the Falcons.
Me either, man. Me either. But I think, Kirk Cousins, he's in a good situation right now. Y'all got a lot of good offensive pieces. Y'all probably have one of the most explosive offenses for youth in the league right now. From tight end position to wide receivers to the running back. You know what I mean? Like quarterback now. Like y'all have pieces to really, put up a lot of points. Man. So we shall see, man. But I think y'all will probably be like, I would say 11-6. I think y'all gonna win the NFC South though, for sure. So
okay.
So all right.
I can't even lie. I didn't expect that, but it's nice to hear. When
Yeah.
I hold off on the whole them winning the NFC South thing because we could have won the NFC South last year and we saw
Yeah.
how that went.
Yeah. Well,
So
I mean, but
I'll say something after week 12.
like I said, you look at it. Look at the QB experience thing for me. Going from Desmond Ritter, a gentleman who played at Cincinnati in college. No real exposure to a real high transition to the NFL. His consistency wasn't there. But Kirk Cousins has a winning NFL career percentage. You know what I mean? Like he has a winning record. He might suck in the playoffs, but in the regular season he win games. So I think this new fit for him is going to be good for the team. You know what I mean? With the new head coach, y'all got the new quarterback. The quarterback competition that he's going to have. I think he's going to help Penix, develop well. See things, from the vision side point. Because Kirk Cousins, he's not athletic, mobile. He's not like a mobile quarterback. Read option type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he has the pocket presence and the awareness to be able to dissect football defenses. And I think it's going to help Michael Penix, with this game going forward. So I'm excited for y'all, man. I always, because on the back end, they ain't my team. I'm a Falcons fan. I'm following them this year, no. But when they do good, man, I always root for them, man. Except when they play us, we're gonna dominate them. You know what I mean? But other than that, it's all good.
Well, let me tell you something, man. Like, ain't nothing wrong with what you just said. You're 100% correct. You just constantly made me think about how on the back end, I'm watching my Colts and everything up in Indy. I haven't been talking about them much this year, but I'm still a Colts fan. And somehow I just turned into this whole Falcons fan the past 3 years because I got tired of people not looking. I'm like, look here, man. You can look at the chaos, but understand where the poop is coming from. I was just about to drop that S word, but understand where all the crap is coming from. Like, come on, man. It's just too much. It was too much blind hate for this Falcons that kind of made me say, you know what, man, I gotta start backing them just a smidge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I need to talk about my Colts with a little bit more. I'm gonna start getting more information, but I feel like they said it's just all about can we put it together in Indy.
Oh yeah, I like the Colts, but they got Shane Steichen. He might be coordinator for the Eagles. But,
I know.
I like Anthony Richardson. Y'all got A.D. Mitchell. He used to be a Georgia Bulldog. He won a championship with us before he transferred to Texas. A lot of good pieces up there. Hopefully, y'all can get this running back situation going on with boy up there name. Which I running back up there? I can't think of his name.
Come on, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor. He's a great running back.
Oh, he's paid.
Okay, well,
he's paid. We good.
Well, y'all good to go. Yeah, I think the Colts can definitely be contenders in the AFC for sure. Maybe have solidify a wild card spot. I see the 7. Maybe that same record with the Falcons 11-6. But we shall see. I like the Colts too, man. I like the Colts. So.
Oh yeah. Did you want me to do this wrestling rundown, or you want to just go ahead and call it?
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm about to send you this again, and we'll do it again.
All right. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So let's get some old WWE, AEW wrestling information here from Mad Matt, the wrestling guru.
Oh man, don't call me that, dog. I'm a student of the game.
Man, you the master.
I'm a student of the game, bro. Shout out to my writing sensei, JK Justin Nipper. But other than that, I'm just a student of the game. It's so much I miss, and I just enjoy finding out about it, and I'm just learning about it, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. So what's happening in wrestling? Over this past weekend, it was crazy. It has been absolutely bonkers in my eyes. WWE was out there in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia for King and Queen of the Ring. People crapping on the female matches. I thought they were good. I don't feel like it's fair to compare the AEW's women division to the WWE's women division. It's because they handle their stuff completely differently. And as we've seen before, WWE definitely does have the talent in the women's division to give you those AEW caliber matches. And they do it down in NXT if you get over the whole, this is just developmental mindset. But your Queen of the Ring is Nia Jax, and it's well-deserved since her comeback. She is looking great. She's wrestling way better than she did when she first was there. I'm all for it. Congratulations, Nia Jax, on winning Queen of the Ring. She defeated Lyra Valkyrie and also Gunther, the Ring General. He is your king of the ring. He defeated Randy Orton slightly. Here's the catch, cousin. Randy Orton's shoulders were not down. Only one shoulder was down. I don't know how the referee did not catch that because you were literally in front of the pin. You were looking at it right there. I don't know how you didn't catch that. So I'm sorry, Gunther. You're a great wrestler, but unfortunately, that asterisk is going to be a part of your King of the Ring 1 year run or however long they do it. Also, they need to bring back King of the Ring for one night and one night only. I feel like those would be great. Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul had a great match. Logan Paul continues to piss people off for being in WWE and not wrestling much, but then dazzles everybody when he actually does wrestle. Now, cousin, if you have Peacock, like the network Peacock, if you have it, I highly recommend going to check out like those last two matches I just talked about. Gunther versus Randy Orton and also Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes. Those matches was really good. Cody Rhodes contained his belt, but it's time to find him a contender who is an actual threat. I feel like title runs can't be special unless you have someone who's a legitimate threat to the title and make fans say he could possibly take it off of him.
Facts.
Now, when it comes down, I'm just kind of running down all the top moments for you. But when it comes down to AEW, I normally have my moments with AEW. I've been watching this since the beginning. It's their 5-year anniversary. Congratulations. A lot of people didn't think they were going to make it 5 years. And even with all of this craziness and us talking about Tony Khan doing things that we will not speak on this network because this is not my show and we will keep this professional. But the 5-year anniversary show, for the most part, was very good. Tony Storm and Serena Deeb tore the house down. Roderick Strong and Will Ospreay tore the house down, and Will Ospreay is your new international championship. Because in the international championship in AEW is kind of like I hate to put it this way, I love you, Will Ospreay. It's the Temu version of the Intercontinental Championship in WWE.
Not a Temu, you so funny.
Yeah, like I love you, Will Ospreay, but I also understand participation awards when I see one. So, you're still a great wrestler, and also you have a title shot against Swerve Strickland at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, and that's a conversation for a whole nother day. But this came a little bit faster than I expected, so I don't really think that I'm going to see him lead AEW to greener pastures just so soon. They had something called the Anarchy in the Arena match, and Cuzzo, that's basically just literally what it's called, Anarchy in the Arena. They're wrestling all over the arena in the crowd, where all weapons are legal. Somebody tried to run over, Jack Perry tried to run over Darby Allin with an ambulance truck. Darby Allin set Jack Perry on fire.
They went back WWF, didn't it?
Whew. Boy, it went ECW a little bit. ECW, Frontier Martial Wrestling out in Japan in the 90s. It was crazy. Like, they had music playing during the match, and then they'll switch the music. One of the guys wrestling, Matt Jackson, who's actually like an executive vice president for AEW, he's one of the people that helped find and build up AEW. He was like, cut the music off. It costs us like $200,000 every time we play that song. Like, we're on a budget. So I'm like, that was kind of funny. Darby Allin was hung upside down from the ring, and the fans were chanting, please help Darby, after about 5 to 10 minutes of him just hanging there. Yeah. And, the most important thing of that night, Mercedes Moné had an excellent match. The debut was worth the wait, but now you actually got some competition coming out of CMLL. And no offense to Willow, you're great. I'm talking about this international competition coming out of CMLL, a company in Mexico. There's this woman wrestler. She is a beast named Stephanie Fakir. Straight monster, holds 3 belts around the world. She's going to be wrestling Mercedes Moné soon. But MJF is back, and like I said before, I miss MJF, and I'm happy to see him. He is the wild card. I call him I'm kind of split on the whole Lisa Al-Gaib thing because him and Will Ospreay can lead AEW to greener pastures. But MJF is back in AEW. According to him, he has signed a new contract. He also has let's just call it an ugly tattoo on the back of his leg, which also makes me feel like you got it where nobody can see it just in case you go to WWE. That's everything that we should really know about that. Oh, yeah. And Sexy Red, of course, was on NXT this week. She will be the host of NXT Battleground. I still don't care for Sexy Red being on TV. I ain't got to bash her or nothing. It's not my thing. But everybody seems to enjoy it. They love seeing her with Shawn Michaels, which I guess that's a great thing too. And WWE has opened the door to a partnership with TNA, which is Total Nonstop Wrestling. They've been around since like the early 2000s. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
I remember them.
Yeah, see, they was making a comeback. Then they fired this guy named Scott D'Amore. And Scott built this company back to actually make a comeback. Like they said that we're tired of people sleeping on us and acting like we haven't been here for 20 years. So like they're changing their stuff around. They go by TNA again. They was going by Impact for a while. You know, they got them a little streaming service. And now we're branching and we're opening our own forbidden door in WWE, where we're going to potentially see matches between WWE and TNA wrestlers, because they have one girl named Jordan Grace. She dates a guy named Jonathan Gresham, who is from Atlanta. Shout out to Jonathan Gresham. If anybody asks me who's the best technical wrestler in the world, it's going to be that boy from Atlanta named Jonathan Gresham. You don't believe me?
Jonathan. Shout out to that boy John. You know what I'm saying? Put on for the A.
Yep. And also, Jonathan, if you ever hear this, I just want you to know I miss Terminus. You need to bring that back so I can go to those wrestling shows again. But Jordan Grace will be in NXT taking on a woman named Roxanne Perez at the next NXT pay-per-view. I believe it's June 9th, or it may actually be coming up this week. I have to double check that, but it's coming up soon, and that's going to be a utter banger. And you know, a man named Ethan Page from AEW debuted on NXT last night. By the way, NXT is another promotion for WWE, if you didn't know. But yeah, Shawn Michaels, he's like the head booker of that. So he's like the head creative of that show. So he's down there cooking, and Triple H is up on the main roster cooking. So DX is kind of running things in WWE like they always had.
Well, you know how DX get, you know, when they get ahead of something, you know, hey man, all out war.
Boy, I've been trying to explain to people this. Boy, they've been talking about this hypothetical war that's been going on between WWE and AEW. There ain't no war. There's levels to this. There's you stay over there, you do your thing, and we'll sit here and look at you sometimes and be like, hey, we should try this, and y'all do the same thing. And also for AEW fans, it's the last thing I'm going to say. Not AEW fans, but AEW, the company itself, you don't have to talk about WWE after every single show. And can we please stop acting like AEW just got here this year? It's been around 5 years.
Yeah, true.
Wrestlers had other options for the past 5 years. To pretend like this is the first year they've ever had another option besides WWE is a little bit asinine. But they don't have to talk about them every single time they do an event. You don't have to mention WWE. It's like mentioning your ex around your current girlfriend all the time.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Yep. But that's it, and that's everything you need to know for professional wrestling as of late.
All right. Yeah, family, appreciate y'all tuning in today. Of course, with myself and my cousin Matt. Again, make sure y'all go turn them up. Just Unconventional Podcast. Again, be on the lookout for me coming over there. You know, and I, you know, whenever it does happen, I have the episode information put out, and I'll let y'all know so we can go turn us up. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. So as always,
we need to get you on the podcast within the next 2 weeks. We're gonna get that set up.
You be playing. I'm gonna have to pull up on you, man. I'm gonna pull up on you, now.
Nah, bro, I just be out here moving around, dog. But we're gonna set that up. I got you.
For sure, y'all. I'm looking forward to it, man. Hey, be on the lookout too for Matt's lady. We're looking to get some things naming her, their party and my party, to get her on our Wellness Wednesday episode for some agriculture health. She does a great agriculture type of lifestyle. Shout out her Instagram.
Oh, Lockton Heritage Farm, man. Go and check that out. Check out her farming journey. You can also learn about different ways that you can grow stuff, man. We're trying to branch into all of that. It's very professional, very good looking food. Go and follow her on her journey.
Yeah, and shout out to Instagram one more time.
Locks and Heritage Farm.
Locks and Heritage Farms on IG, y'all. Make sure y'all check her out. And again, I'll be on the lookout over the next couple of weeks as we get here on the Wellness Wednesday episode to give us some tips and learn some things about how we can grow some good agriculture, some good food, you know, good farming, some tips, all that type of stuff, man. So y'all be on the lookout for that.
Yes, sir.
All right, cousin, I love you, man. Y'all be tuned. Again, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for Fun Fact Friday, and let's turn it up.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.